Hello everybody, this is potpotsie, and today we have another exciting video about Minecraft Pocket Edition. We're on the build 7 now, as you can see on the screen on the top and the bottom left. And that's what just came out this morning, I believe. Just about 2 hours ago, maybe 3 hours or so, I don't know precisely. They uploaded it, and it took a little while to roll out to the store. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new world called Build 7, just so I can walk around and talk about some of the changes they've made. Okay, we'll do it in creative mode. So as you can see, the controls on the bottom are still screwed up when you spawn. So I'm going to go out of the game and go back into the game. Okay. And anything you see about Selena Gomez is my sister's, okay? Nothing you see about that has anything to do with me. They're just being little crazy girls on my tablet. So, here we are. So, let's go ahead and go through the bug fixes. Then we'll go through the tweaks and the known bugs. And luckily, one or two of the known bugs before that we've talked about was actually fixed in this version. So that's kind of cool to see. So the first one is fix another crash bug in the furnace. So I'm sure many of you, and thanks to many of you, you found all the bugs and reported them as far as the furnace goes. They fixed one prior to this, but they fixed yet another one. I don't know, they didn't specify specifically what it was this time, but at least it was fixed. So now we know in the game releases, we're going to have furnaces that are actually workable. The next one was one of the known bugs that's been known for like the past 3 updates or something, you know, when everybody's been freaking out about it. But the game does no longer spawn a huge number of mobs. So, oh, look, we got a village here. What a cool coincidence, you know. And I guess I'll post a seed here if you guys want it in the description, just in case you want to check out this village. We'll walk around and look around there. Another one is fix spawning outside of limited world's bounds. So obviously there were some issues with memory and spawning too many mobs and little critters all over the world, so that was really stupid. That should help the performance a bit as well. Sounds like bloody Squidward. It really does. I don't know why it sounds like Squidward. It even looks like Squidward. Their weird noses. Anyway, so the next thing is fix spawn location on clients. I believe some people were spawning in odd locations, such as, you know, in the ground, and they were dying and stuff like that. I haven't had too many instances of weird spawning, but I know that others have reported such things, so that's nice to have fixed. That way, when you spawn a world, you're actually guaranteed that you're going to survive at least for a few seconds until you walk around and do something. Now, it is possible to destroy a transparent block without hitting the block behind it, so you guys have probably noticed sometimes that transparent blocks, you go up to break it, and it breaks the block that's visible, and now it will break the block that you actually see. I've noticed something with the grass here. I think it's a bug. I can't actually break the grass. I can't even... That's really weird. I can't select the grass here. Anyway, ladders, torches can now be placed close to intersecting the player. It's not exactly clear exactly what they mean by that, but supposedly, there were some issues with the placement of those items. I know there's been some issues with placing signs and stuff like that on blocks and having sand be blocked by them and stuff, but I don't know if that's corrected or not yet. The furnace inventory should now correctly refresh. Before, you would do things in the inventory, and then you'd notice that it didn't actually update the screen, the actual visuals, so it looked like nothing had happened, when really, you would just use the furnace and stuff. So that's nice to have fixed, because that was really confusing. Then you'd have to back out of the furnace and go back in to see the updated. But now it refreshes appropriately. Fix duplicate join messages on the server. So when you join local servers or Pokemon, I'm not exactly sure if Pokemon had a bug, but I think it was just local. When you joined, it would have duplicate messages saying the player did join. So now that's fixed. That's just for multiplayer only. Fixed rendering bugs in the survival armor screen. So there were some weird issues when you go in the survival armor screen. I don't think I can go to armor. Yeah, I can't go to the armor screen in creative, but the armor screen on survival, sometimes the player model would get really screwy. It just looked weird. Some rendering, as they said, rendering bugs. So it wasn't rendering the player properly. It wasn't rendering the armor properly. I don't know if the textures were a problem or if it was just something else about the code and how it was actually generating the picture. But regardless, they fixed it all, so that's good. So those are all the bug fixes. The tweaks, preloading limited worlds to reduce stuttering. So they are now preloading. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll explain. Preloading the limited worlds, which are the smaller worlds, to reduce stuttering, because a lot of people were experiencing choppiness, stuttering, frame rate loss. I can't really show you because mine's going quite smoothly right now, and this is not a limited world. But in the limited worlds, you should no longer experience those stupid stuttering and choppiness issues. Made villages more common, so I don't know if that was just coincidental that I found a village here in this video. I had no idea, honestly, that was a tweak. This is a random seed. This is nothing. So that could be total coincidence, or maybe they really made them more common, so it's much easier to find them. Either way, it's probably more fun. It was really hard to find them before. Selecting the correct start tab of the creating inventory. Creative inventory. The survival inventory now defaults to the crafting screen when interacting with crafting tools, which only makes sense because that makes it much simpler. It chops a step in the process for the user, and it's much better that way. Remove the portal ender frame with eye from the creative inventory. So I don't know why they would do that, but apparently this little guy, I'm sure most of you remember, there was also this with the eyeball inside of it, the actual ender eye, and they removed that block from the creative inventory. It's not clear why. I know that the Endermen currently do not drop eyes. They're still working on some of those things and getting those working. That also includes the features of the eye, which usually when you throw an ender eye, it teleports you. So they have to work on some of those features. It's not just an item. Increased network protocol version can't connect with build 6 or older. So that simply means if you're on build 7, you are only compatible with build 7 players, which makes sense. You know, you shouldn't be able to connect to older clients anyway. That's just dumb. And that can cause a series of issues along with a lot of bugs and issues. So that's nice. Now the known bugs list is somewhat different because they fixed a couple of them before. Right now it's sometimes chunks only containing transparent blocks don't render until interacted with, but I'm sure most of you seeing something similar to that, where you'll walk up and see some half-transparent tree, and if you go up and break a block of the tree, you'll notice that the blocks are instantly visible. That's a bug. They're working on that one. They're aware it's existent. When starting up the game, it might hang for a couple of seconds before loading a world. People are still aware of that. That was this lava spawned and burning the forest. That was something they've been aware of for a while now. It's annoyed quite a few people. I personally, with my tablet, I've never had this issue. I've never had it stop loading or hanging there for long periods of time. It usually loads quite quickly. Sometimes entities degenerate into strange bunches of triangles. That is really strange. I have never seen an entity or an animal or mob or whatever degenerate into a bunch of triangles. I don't know what that would be. Apparently someone's seen it. It's probably on video somewhere. I've never seen it. I've never even heard of that one until now. So that must be a new one that they've acknowledged that they're working on fixing right now. So that's it, guys. I've showed you the bug fixes and tweaks as well as what they know about, and they're working on them. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was fun and informative for you, and I will be also uploading another seed video immediately on 0.9.0 Alpha Build 7. So be sure to check that out and be subscribed to the channel so you'll see more videos coming out. And I will see you guys later.